Our guest thinks that gold could well be of interest to investors who are worried about what he calls a fiscal policy flashpoint. We are joined by Ted Dixon of Inc. Research. Of course, he tracks the insider buying and selling. We're going to focus on precious metals today. Before we get to that, though, what is a fiscal flashpoint?
Well, good day, Andy. Thanks for having us back. What we put out to our members on Monday was a report called Front Running a Fiscal Flashpoint. And what we're anticipating is that sometime, probably sooner rather than later, investors are going to realize that there is a tsunami of U.S. Treasury supply about to hit the market due to programmed automatic spending that's going to happen regardless of who controls the Congress in the United States. There's been this kind of, oh, well, we're going to have a split Congress. That's going to be good for gridlock, no more spending. Well, no, not so fast. There's going to be a lot of spending because of entitlement, Social Security, and you're going to see baked in the cake a lot of Treasury supply at some point. And we don't know when that moment will be, but it happens when it happens, and it tends to happen fast. There will be concern, we expect, about just who's going to buy all that Treasury debt. And at that point, we'll be at the fiscal flashpoint, and investors will be, at that point, probably looking for alternatives to U.S. government debt and the U.S. dollar.
Okay, no, that's interesting. It sounds like it could well be weak for the US dollar, bearish. Let's get into some insider trading that you're tracking. What about new gold? What are you seeing over there?
Right. So gold and precious metal sentiment across the board in Canada remains strong. One of these stocks that has climbed up towards the top of our rankings is New Gold. Now, look, we wrote about New Gold 3 years ago, and shortly after that report, they did a financing that caught us and a lot of people by surprise. So we're going into this eyes wide open in terms of what we see. But look, it's our quantitative signals that have it near the top of the rankings. This isn't my opinion. It's just it's what the numbers are saying based off of insider activity, price momentum, and valuations. We're not fundamental analysts when it comes to looking at the properties and assessing kind of the quality of the properties. We don't do that. We just look at those three: value, insider commitment, and price momentum. And we've seen some good insider buying there as the stock, has been out of favor with investors along with the entire group over the past year. So that's one that has made our screens. It's had a bit of a rally here, but look, recently, we see four insiders buying 465,000 shares. It's just about $500,000 worth of buying, including the CEO, CFO. So that's nice. Multiple insider buying, nice contrarian signal for us.
You've been seeing a bit of buying as well at Fortuna Silver Mines.
Right, so this is a different situation in the sense that Fortuna's got four mines, two kind of silver-oriented, two gold-oriented. Now they're producing. They produced $64.8 million US in free cash flow from operations the first three quarters of 2022. And that's down from the year earlier, about 70.4 million. The big issue here will be costs, okay? And so what this is really an interesting potential play for those who think that the silver price is going to break out and outperform primarily oil over the next time horizon, whatever your time horizon is, because if it would really help Fortuna if silver does break out. It tried to sort of get up to that 22.50 level today. Silver did kind of pull back here, but it's trying. And if it does break out, Fortuna could potentially benefit. And certainly, we've seen some insider buying over the past 6 months as the stock kind of pulled back. So that's another one that's been making our screens here on our InkEdge screens.
And then Artemis Gold. So there's some industry veterans involved with this one. They were involved with Atlantic Gold, which was sold to an Australian company, St. Barbara, in 2019. Artemis just raised a bunch of money. What kind of insider buying did you see in conjunction with that?
Well, insiders participated in that deal. There was a sort of a public offering and a private placement that I believe that insiders took. And the nice thing about this deal that I would put a checkbox beside anyways is no warrants. Okay, so that's always interesting when you see insiders participating in a no warrant deal. And what this company did, they basically they bought or acquired an asset from New Gold in British Columbia, and they've been developing it. Now they're waiting on key mining permits, and this is like I don't want to say it's kind of a binary outcome from this stock. There's all sorts of risks in mining, but it's a key one. And if they get this mining permit, then they can move forward with their business plan. And they do hope to start production next year if they get those permits. There's always risk in mining. But look, the management team, Stephen Dean, was the head of Atlantic Gold that got. They took that right to a takeover. And Ryan Beatty is a big shareholder. He's a second generation real estate industry executive here, but he's been really trailblazing his own path, especially like in the precious metals area. So, this is one that popped up on our screens and we noticed it, and particularly it's interesting to see who's behind it. But let's keep our eye on whether they get that important permit. We've got a change in government in BC, new premiers coming in. No one expects a big shift in terms of the politics there. So it'll be interesting to see if they get that permit shortly, or if other events happen. But yeah, let's keep our eye on that and be watching the news flow on this stock to see if they can move to the next phase here.